Welcome, 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 y'all, to another story time, another read aloud brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which I am here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult, with our particular focus and emphasis on our Black children, Black adults, Black families here in America and across the globe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that everybody is doing absolutely spectacular, and I hope that you all have read, or your plan is to read for at least 30 minutes. All right, that's what's up. And I am ready. I am ready. I'm just going to get right on straight to the point. I'm going to go ahead and start reading from this book right here, Stealing the Game, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Raymond Obstfeld. All right. This book right here, I would say, is more geared towards the middle school students going into high school. All right. And a brief overview. I'm not going to go into too much detail because guess what? I want you all to go back and listen to chapter 1. All right, and then chapter 2, chapter 3, and so on and so forth. I think right now it might be into chapter 15. They didn't number the chapters. So for the most part, I remembered after I put the title of the chapter in the search bar. After I put the title in, I did number them, but there was a few uploads that I didn't do that for, okay? But in the beginning, I definitely did. I think at least for the first 10, I believe. All right. So with this book right here, so far, we are dealing with a situation, a little family situation here. You got Chris and Jax. All right. Jax is the older older brother. That's funny. Jax is the older brother. All right. And he was in college, but he decided to take a break. Okay. Parents was livid. All right. Real mad. Okay. Because they're like, hold up, why are you taking a break? What's going on? And then in addition to that, his brother, Chris, saw Jax having a feud, a little issue with somebody in the park, and where somebody actually threw an icy in Jax's face. So Chris obviously was tripping. He's like, hold up, why somebody throw something in his face? And then he didn't do nothing about it. And then he needs his brother to play basketball because there's still some money involved and all of this type of stuff. And so they're playing for money. It's a lot of stuff going on. So Chris has decided to get one of his classmates to investigate and find out what is going on with his brother Jax. Okay. So that's pretty much what's going on with the story. And it's pretty exciting. I hope that you all are enjoying it, those of my regulars. And for my newbies, just sit back, relax, get your imagination caps on, get your listening ears on, and let's dig in. Meet your Undertakers. Chris, this is Rand Winthrop, Jack said. Rand, my brother Chris. I stuck out my hand. Rand Winthrop looked at it funny, like I just offered him a 3-day-old fish I'd pulled from the trash. He grabbed my hand, gave it one weak pump, and let go. First place prize for creepiest handshake ever. Is this it, dude? Rand said to Jax, turning his back to me as if I no longer existed. This is your best team? They're all good players, Rand, Jax said, but without any conviction. Rand laughed. No offense, man, but my guys are gonna hunt them, skin them, and mount their heads on my van roof. It's not even a challenge. My team was on the court shooting, so they didn't hear what Rand said. But I was angry enough for all of us. My stomach twisted and churned like I'd swallowed a snake that was desperately trying to find a way out through my belly button. I waited for Jax to defend us, but he just looked away, avoiding my gaze. We'll give them a game, I said. My voice sounded normal, despite my twisting gut. But I was good at hiding how I felt. Rand turned and snorted at me. Kid, they're not called the Undertakers for nothing. Their jerseys say the Gold Coasters, I said. Yeah, that's their official name, but everyone knows them as the Undertakers. because they bury every team they play. What are you guys called? The short bus boys? He burst into a harsh laugh that sounded like coins being shaken in a tin can. Sorry, the short bus boys and girl. Come on, man, Jax finally said half-heartedly. Sorry, dude, sorry, Rand shrugged. It's your money, bro. But when I played with the Wildcats, we called this bunch a light snack. We may surprise you, I said coldly. I led my team over to the Gold Coasters. No way was I calling them the Undertakers, so we could introduce ourselves. Hopefully, they weren't as obnoxious as their coach. Hey, I said to the first Gold Coaster we came across. Like the rest of his team, he was tall and tan. They all had longish hair that was some shade of blonde, as if they all come here from an afternoon of surfing and modeling for Abercrombie catalogs. He turned around and looked us over as if this was the first time he was seeing us. He didn't seem impressed. I introduced everyone on my team, and he did the same with his team. He pronounced each name as if it were a precious metal too rare and valuable even to be listed on the periodic table. Danforth, Clement, Lambert, Bindleton, Masterson. Masterson? G said. Like Bat Masterson, the gunfighter? Not so much a gunfighter as a sheriff of Dodge City, Rain said. His first gunfight with a soldier was over a girl named Molly. It ended up with the soldier and Molly both killed and Masterson badly wounded. I didn't know that, G said. Masterson stared at G and Rain like they just farted in a crowded elevator. Suddenly, as if they heard a silent dog whistle, Masterson and the rest of his team ran over to Rand for some last-minute coaching. Jax waved us in, too. We gathered around him. You've got this, gang, he said enthusiastically. Those guys are older, Jax, I said. You didn't tell me that before. He shrugged like it didn't matter. Listen up, players, he said. These guys are a little older and bigger, and they are from those cliff homes in Newport Beach. They're all richer than Donald Trump. They vacation in Spain and Tahiti and are going to get Mercedes or BMWs when they turn 16. While you guys are scrounging for summer jobs at Burger King or McDonald's, they'll be cruising the Caribbean on their yachts. You'll smell of French fry grease and they'll smell of suntan lotion. So how about just this one time giving them the taste of losing? I don't know if Jax expected that speech to amp us up into some sort of Terminator-like killing frenzy, but mostly we just mumbled some assurances to him and walked onto the court. What's with your brother, Chris? Rain asked. I shrugged. He's going through some stuff. Who ain't? She said. If Jax thought he was going to spark some sort of class warfare, he picked the wrong group of kids. We were used to all the uber-rich kids from Newport Beach and Laguna Beach and Turtle Rock. Heck, Kobe Bryant lived down there. We didn't have anything against them just because they were rich. This wasn't the outsiders, with them being the Sox and us being the greasers. Orange County had just about every nationality and racial group you could think of, as well as every level of income. Most of us at Orange Tree Middle School were upper middle class, but only because most families had both parents working full time. Having said that, we still wanted to beat them, not because they were bigger, richer, or better dressed, but because when it was game time, we always played to win. If they had been smaller, uglier, poorer, and called the lawn gnomes, we would have still wanted to crush them. That's how the game is played, with everybody trying their hardest to win. That's when basketball is the most fun. My team gathered under the basket while we waited for the Gold Coasters. Their uniforms were gold on the front and back, with white piping on the sides of the jersey and shorts. They all wore LeBron 11 PS Elite ID shoes, which cost $310 a pair. I'd only seen them in magazines before today. Don't look so worried, Rain said to us as we stared at their flashy shoes. We've got this. Apparently, she had overcome her earlier fear. Either that, or she was just a good faker. I'm not worried, Roger said with bluster. I am, Tom said. I'm a little worried, G said. Rain said, Dr. J once said, being a professional is doing the things you love to do on the days you don't feel like doing them. We're not professionals, G said. We're eighth graders. Rain scoffed. That doesn't mean we can't act like professionals. The Gold Coasters ran onto the court. Was it just me? Or were they all synchronized running again? Let's do this, Masterson said. He sounded like he was in a hurry to swat us like annoying bugs and get on with the fun part of his day. What are we playing to? I asked. Master looked over at Rand Fohawk. What are we playing to, Coach? Without even consulting Jax, Rand said, Games to 25, straight up. Okay, Masterson asked me. I nodded. Most games at the park went to 15, but these guys had driven all the way over here for a workout. Do or die for the ball? Rain said innocently as she dribbled the game ball to the top of the key. Masterson grinned at Rain's short, skinny body. Her blue Nike shorts hanging so far past her knees they might have been long pants. Her Walmart bargain shoes. It wasn't that her parents couldn't afford nicer gear. It was just that they were having trouble adjusting to their tomboy daughter. They thought this was just a phase that she would grow out of. They didn't know Rain. Knock yourself out, Masterson said. Rain shot the three, and the ball swooshed through the net. So far, the plan was working. Whoa, y'all. That was like a roller coaster of a chapter. The Undertakers, huh? What are your predictions? Do you all think that the Undertakers slashed Gold Coasters? You think they're going to win the game? Or do you think the other team is going to win? All right, well, that's it. I want you all to ponder on that until next time I read you all the next chapter of this awesome book, Still in the Game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Raymond Obstfeld, all right? And I thank you all for joining me. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video. And make sure, please make sure that you are reading for at least 30 minutes a day. Peace, my reading family.